for news, national, regional, and the rest of the world. Welcome to Kairi FM's Major News. Here's your presenter.
Good evening. I am Steve Vidal. In the headlines, over more than 20 persons to become homeowners under the Housing Recovery Project through $30 million World Bank credit facility. Prime Minister Roosevelt's Kairi calls on all concerned citizens to focus on the safe return of Kenesha and do not be sidetracked by misleading information. Central Bank says rising fertilizer prices will lead to high costs of imported food, and South Carolina ousts Republicans who voted to impeach Donald Trump. The details to follow.
Can you see the World Wrestling? Makapalekot World Wrestling Championship. I'm talking about Onlatekika Lite, Coxtay, hand-to-hand combat, Higas, high fall with rising fuel prices. The world is trying to shoot down, bring down its head, but it can force it tetlianho. How do we in Dominica deal with that situation? Ebe Domlek can encourage all the customers, pupa gas pi electricity. Use electricity wisely and save. Remember the Domlek energy saving tips. Domlek have a tutsai pay to provide the best prices available and welcomes the promotion of green energy, nature's contribution to your energy bill. But kisan ou kafe? Est ou ka lite pi lestan latea, même si c'est mode or guathien ou sa, guathien di guabjam of the fuel price, by putting up the lights to pack a survey, that will help. Domlek, the power to serve you better.
Want more value for money? We hear you, Dominica. For as low as $5, you can now activate a one-day Digicel Prime bundle and get unlimited Digi-to-Digi calls, 25 anywhere minutes, 1.5 gigs data to use as you like, endless social messaging on WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, plus 7 gigs data to use Digicel apps. Activate a Digicel Prime bundle today in My Digicel app or dial *140 and the pound key. Digicel. Better together.
Get your money, get your money, get your money. Get your money, get your money, get your money. Get your money, get your money, get your money. Quick and fast. Hurry up. Borrow up to $20,000, go to the cash. Pay nothing down, get a call out. Flexible payment, same day approval. Get anything you want for 2022 with Coach Ready Cash. Get your money, get your money, get your money. Get your money, get your money, get your money. Vacation. Get your money, get your money, get your money. Quick and fast. Hurry up. Coach Ready Cash. We are ready when you are.
Welcome back and good evening, and welcome to all listeners on Variety Radio in Antigua, Barbuda, and Flow Television Channel 119 in St. Lucia. In the news this evening, 28 additional candidates have advanced to the next step of the Housing Recovery Project procedure to become beneficiaries. The HRP is a government of the Commonwealth of Dominica project funded by the World Bank with a $30 million grant and a $10 million credit. This new group of beneficiaries takes the overall number of persons registered in the project to now 368. The design and supervision firm played a vital role in the overall process. The firm provides substantial technical help in design and construction monitoring, as well as serving as a liaison between beneficiaries and their contractors throughout the construction process. As Dominica joins the international community in the observance of World Elder Abuse Awareness Day today, Minister for Senior Security Dr. Addis King has affirmed that the government of Dominica has prioritized the care and well-being of the elderly. Dr. King says the efforts made by the government have substantially aided the elderly. She has highlighted how, through her ministry, the Social Welfare Division provides assistance for institutional care of the elderly in society. Dr. King is also making an appeal to persons within society to assist in the care of senior citizens.
Our government has placed much emphasis on the care and well-being of our senior citizens. The Yes We Care program, which was established in 2009 by our own Prime Minister, Honorable Roosevelt Kairi, continues to provide much-needed home care to the elderly, sick, and shut-ins in our communities. The 70 and over non-contributory social pension program provides a monthly grant to all seniors who have attained the age of 70. The Social Welfare Division, through my ministry, provides assistance for institutional care of elderly persons in our society. Today, as we observe World Elder Abuse Awareness Day, I would like to take this opportunity to appeal to all the children, family members, and our society in general to assist in the care and well-being of our senior citizens.
According to Dr. King, today is a day that Dominicans should focus on elders, ensuring that they live a comfortable life.
Research suggests that 4 to 6% of the elderly suffer from some kind of abuse, most of which go underreported or unreported. This day is to make sure we remain focused on our elders, ensuring they lead a life of high quality and dignity. Elders are esteemed individuals in many societies, and rightly so. Their life experiences, memories, and perspectives are treasured for the lessons they can teach younger people. And if elderly people aren't encouraged to pass on the knowledge and skills they've gained during their lives, the culture as a whole will suffer.
Minister for Senior Security, Dr. Addis King. Program Manager at the Dominica Bureau of Standards, Mara Abraham, says the labeling requirements on packaged and pre-packaged products are mandatory for small business owners. She says labeling is a way of providing consumers with vital information about the product, as well as a way for consumers to contact the business owner, and she describes it as essential to the business.
The labeling requirements are mandatory. Okay, so all foods which are pre-packaged have to be labeled. That information is essential. Ms. Thomas spoke about contact, okay, but it's a means to provide the consumer with information. What is in that product? What is the name of that product? Okay, how can I contact you, as she said, if I like the product? I want some more. I want to export it. Labeling is essential.
Abraham is also urging business owners to visit the Bureau of Standards so that they can assist with the labeling requirements.
When we talk about, well, she spoke about, it's one cheese straw in a clear plastic bag. The requirements also ask you to have it. I think one of the callers mentioned it. We need to be able to read what is in it. So the requirements provides that guideline as well. So it's up to the manufacturer to come to us, and we will assist. We won't design the label for you, as she said, but we'll inform you as to what is required on that label.
Program Manager at the Dominica Bureau of Standards, Mara Abraham. Dominica's Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit says he's concerned for Kanisha Etienne's safety and that he shares the worries of many Dominicans who have called radio shows to express their concerns. Mr. Skerrit believes priority should be getting Kanisha back home safely rather than the speculations about family members. Some media outlets are focused on less important issues rather than appealing for the safe return of the child. The Prime Minister says if an interview is conducted, it should be done for an appeal to bring Kanisha home safely.
Let us speak to Mr. Alexander and say, look, if you're hearing us, please, I am so-and-so, and I would like you to bring Kanisha to my house or to so-and-so house, and everything will be okay. And that should be the focus. But it is very mind-boggling that we're talking about, that people are talking about every other thing except the safe return of the child. And it is mind-boggling to me and to many people, that we have a 12-year-old child, out there, what do people know that they need to share with the police? Because every information will assist the police in formulating better strategies, better plans. I just want to let the callers know that the things that they've suggested that the police should do, the police has in fact been doing those things. So their suggestions are consistent with what the police has been doing, and other things which obviously the police or myself, because I'm briefed by the police, I cannot share publicly, because the reality is you do not know if the gentleman is listening or following the events. So because it is not just a child who was gone into the forest and she got lost. There's the element of someone taking her. And you do not know the circumstance of that particular individual, whether he's armed or not, etc., etc. So that brings a different complexion to the search and rescue efforts.
And on the issue of offering a reward, the Prime Minister says that even the possibility of a reward being given for Etienne's safe return may endanger the efforts of the police and ruin their strategy.
For example, within the government, we had taken a decision, we have put it on hold, based on advice, to offer a financial reward for anybody who would provide information or be able to bring her home. But there's a flip side to this, that if you do that and you say you put $50,000 out, you expect a lot of people to go in the forest now and go searching, and that in itself can compromise the efforts of the police in the search and rescue effort. So there's some dynamics that sometimes we have to be mindful of and aware of. It's another straightforward situation where a child went missing. She was coming from school, going home, and between home and school and home, she got lost. She disappeared. It is a situation where we've been told that she was taken from her room by someone, and so that brings a different element to it, but it's unfortunate that some are making this political. Well, we're not surprised. This is how the UWP operate in Dominica. There's no genuine concern or care for anything human in Dominica by the opposition. We are not relenting. We are not demobilizing the police. The police continue to be engaged. We continue to receive assistance from our regional partners, and the police has taken a decision not to share the details of and the aspects of the offerings, obviously, because you do not know whether the guy is listening. Just to say that we continue to, as Prime Minister, I receive reports daily, briefings daily from the police.
Prime Minister Roosevelt's carriage, Kanisha, went missing on Tuesday, June 7th at about 11:30 p.m. when she was abducted by her abductor, Kian Alexander. Senior minister in the Dominican Labour Party government and parliamentary representative for the Cottage constituency, Reginald Austrie, says after having served 30 years of his life in the DLP administration, he's willing to pass on the baton and have someone else serve the people of Dominica in the Cottage constituency. He says he would really like to call it a day where politics is concerned. However, it is destined for him. If it is destined for him to go, then he will. And if it is destined for him to stay a little while longer, then he will also remain, because he still has a lot to offer the people of his constituency and Dominica by extension.
30 years, it's a long time. I'm still very young, so don't get me wrong. Normally politicians start at my age, where I am right now, and that's where people normally begin their political career. But I've been around for a very long time, and I have said that I would like to call it a day, but again, it's destiny. And if it's destined that it's time for me to go, then I am quite prepared and ready to go. If it's destined that I stay a little longer around because I can still be of some value to my country and to my constituents, then that can be considered. But no matter where I am and whenever I am, I've always been a person of service to country, service to community, and even my post political life, I will always continue to be of service to my people and of service to my country. I think I've decided, but the circumstances around me sometimes have me thinking twice, But I have decided. I've said it to the Prime Minister. I've said it to my constituents. I've said it publicly that I think I'm ready to leave and I'm ready to take a break from politics. But like I said, it's destiny. I have to respond to the people. If the people ask, then I'll never disappoint my people. But I'm giving them the option. I've given them the option. Let us find a successor. Let us begin to identify the young, bright sparks who have the passion for politics. Because politics now is not a job, and they need to understand that politics is not a job. It's a vocation, and it's a passion. And it's a passion with personal commitment, personal sacrifices. That's what makes us a successful politician.
Austrie's cautioning persons who wish to enter politics that it is not about wearing jackets and ties and making money and traveling, but it's all about commitment and dedication.
It's a profession where you dedicate yourself, you sacrifice your family, you sacrifice a lot of things that you would have done differently had it not been for the politics. So I mean, while, yeah, it's open, everybody believe that they can just, it's not a wash your foot and come. You have to have the passion for it, you have to be dedicated to it, and you have to be prepared to make serious personal sacrifices. But that's what I've been in for a long time, and for me it's very easy to continue at that level. But honestly, I really, really wish I would be given the opportunity to take a break. I may come back, you know, because like I said, at 60, that's when your political career starts. And in the Caribbean, the average age of except in Dominica, where we have empowered. I mean, Ernie John Finn, the senator from Saint-Omer, and the one from they started at 60, they're almost 70, and they're now beginning their political career. So it's a career that have no boundaries, it has no barriers, as long as you feel that you're into it. But you must come in it for the good reason. You must come to it for a good reason, and I'm sure that the good Lord will help and guide you along your path. There's always somebody else, and you don't want to cause problems for yourself and for the government and for the party by identifying somebody too early, and then you find somebody who is more suited for the job comes along, and then you're going to have a battle and a fight on your hands. So it's something that has to be done very, very carefully. This is not my decision to make. It's a decision for the constituency and a decision for the Dominican Labour Party. So it's not a Reginald Austri decision to impose anybody on the constituents.
Member of Parliament for the Cottage constituency, Reginald Austri. Chief Veterinary Officer Dr. Reginald Thomas has encouraged the Dominicans to eat healthier meals in order to have a healthier population and contribute to sustainable development. Mr. Thomas has ensured that eating healthier food aids the body in fighting diseases and various health challenges. He says so one's body would be able to tolerate the illnesses or the illness rather than to succumb to it. Mr. Thomas claimed all of these are contributing factors to sustainable development because with a healthy population comes an efficient population.
It's a profession.
And, you know, we know that the old saying, but very important saying, you know, if you consume healthy food, then you indeed will be a healthy individual, and all the challenges that come with health challenges that may come, you are able to resist them, you are able to tolerate them, and not be, you know, sick and in hospital. And all these contribute to, you know, our sustainable development, because if you have a healthy population, then you will have a more efficient population.
In news from the region, the central bank says the supply-side stimulus to both food and core inflation in Trinidad and Tobago is anticipated to persist to the end of this year. According to its latest monetary policy report, it explained that rising fertilizer prices will also lead to higher costs of imported food. Additionally, it said the war in Ukraine has disrupted the supply of agricultural factor products and inputs such as potash fertilizer, adding that reduced fertilizer application may result in lower crop yields, which can elicit export restrictions from major food exporting nations. A Republican congressman in the United States has lost his bid to cling on to his seat after a furious backlash to his vote to impeach former U.S. President Donald Trump. Tom Rice, a 5-term South Carolina incumbent, was beaten in a primary election by Trump-backed challenger Russell Fry, a state legislator. But another Republican in the state who had criticized Trump, Nancy Mace, comfortably won her vote. Miss Mace had later visited Trump's tower in a show of loyalty. Congressional votes were also held on Tuesday in Maine, Nevada, North Dakota, South Carolina, and Texas. Meanwhile, Rice had been a reliable supporter of Trump until the U.S. Capitol riot on the 6th of January last year, when he became one of 10 Republicans who sided with Democrats days later to impeach the outgoing president for inciting insurrection. You've just heard the news locally, regionally, and internationally. Do join us again tomorrow morning at 6:30 for the first newscast of the day. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Steve Vidal. Good night.
Ride with me on a brand new AKT motorcycle, only from Courts. If you shop today, you will get up to $1,500 off our affordable AKT motorcycles. All motorcycles